the top stories. The Barbados Workers Union warns of protests. Bridgetown, a hive of activity for the 375th anniversary of Parliament. And West Indies win against England. Welcome to Nation News for Friday, February 28, 2014. I'm Natasha Beckles.
At Courts, every day we bring affordability, convenience, innovation, and style to over 1 million customers in 11 countries. From homes to communities, we are proud to make a difference in the lives of many across the region. Courts, bringing value home.
The Barbados Workers Union warned today of the possibility of protest action because negotiations with the National Conservation Commission and the Barbados Transport Board are not going as it anticipated. Those negotiations focus on the future of employees against the backdrop of government's planned program of widespread retrenchments across the public service. Outgoing General Secretary Sir Roy Trotman told the media that the union was worried that both statutory corporations were straying from the principles the government had agreed to regarding the layoffs. Sir Roy called for government to tell the public how it stood on Minister of Agriculture David Estwick's alternative to its retrenchment program. Sir Roy said since Cabinet reported it would examine the Estwick plan, then it needed to tell the public whether it would follow the recommendations or reject them. AgriFest 2014 began today with a renewed focus on entrepreneurship and heritage. The 10th staging of the agricultural exhibition features a heritage village with memorabilia of a bygone era. Coordinator Theodore Fraser said the theme was encouraging entrepreneurship through innovative agriculture. As is the norm, the school children were allowed in first.
So far it's going pretty good. The school kids are in and they seem to be having a very good time. They're around the park and taking different exhibits, the foods, and of course the entertainment that we have there. So they seem to be having a very good time.
The general public was allowed in at 4 p.m. and the exhibition continues for the next 2 days. Bridgetown truly came alive today as the Barbados Defence Force marched through the streets in celebration of the 375th anniversary of Parliament. Led by the Barbados Coast Guard, the procession marched from Constitution Road and traveled along the Wharf Road before passing through Broad Street, which already featured a town crier and live mannequins as part of the Bridgetown Alive project. Locals and visitors found the best vantage points to view the parade, and all kinds of cameras, tablets, and other mobile devices could be seen in use to capture the moment. The highlight of the event was when the procession ended at Parliament, along with the Barbados Defence Force Band and the Royal Barbados Police Force Mounted Unit. After the national anthem was played, the procession marched the Commonwealth flags past 2 members of the Yeomen of the Guard, the oldest British military corps still in existence, who are the bodyguards of the British monarchy. This was followed by the changing of the guard by the Barbados Legion in their colourful zouave uniforms. A member of the British royal family, Sophie, Countess of Wessex, today visited 2 schools for special children on her visit to Barbados. During the 90-minute tour, she chatted with children and educators at the Ann Hill School and the nearby Irving Wilson School, which cater to youths with disabilities. At one school, children greeted her with the popular Michael Jackson song Heal the World, and at the other, several students performed to Mighty Gabby's hit Emerton using sign language. Across the Caribbean now, with the level and type of crime already on the up in Jamaica for this year, there have been numerous calls for the Commissioner of Police to step down. But Commissioner Owen Ellington has indicated that he's going nowhere and he's prepared to face the challenges.
Most Jamaicans know that the making of a Commissioner of Police is not an overnight affair. You don't just get up and say, boy, you want a different commissioner, you get one tomorrow. There's a process and they respect the process. So those who would make that kind of call, they have their reasons, and as I said before, they have freedom to do it, and I would never ever want to be in a country where they are deprived of that freedom.
Still in Jamaica, some residents there have decided enough is enough with the rising tide of violence. A number of them, supported by their parliamentary representative Philip Paulwell, held the peace march.
My dream is that another Sunday will come when not only Rockport, but we move from there right across the entire constituency of East Kingston to say a change has to come, enough is enough.
And in other news from the region, we hear that domestic violence continues to be a major headache. This time, the spotlight is on Guyana. We have a report from Georgetown.
The police are grilling the reputed husband of Patricia Young, who they believe is the prime suspect in her killing. This was after he reportedly led investigators to the cemetery where her body was found. The gruesome discovery late Wednesday afternoon has rocked the Bachelor's Adventures community on the east coast of Demerara. The young lady went missing on Sunday, March Day, and there are reports that she appeared to be strangled and raped. A close friend of the woman said she last spoke to the girl on the phone around 8:30 Sunday night.
The history, the legacy, the rivalry, the passion. We versus them. West Indies versus England. 3 T20s, March 9th, 11th, and 13th at the Mecca. We versus them.
Though the skies were blue, the color of the day was red as Haynes House burned up the track during the Allen School Sports held at the National Stadium today. At the end of the day, Haynes placed first with a score of 988 points, while the Yellow Shirts of Reed House came second with 827 points. In a close third, Green, also known as Cumberbatch House, scored 806 points, and the Bright Blues of Allen House brought up the rear with 782 points. Contributing to Haynes House's win, Beatrice Ludorm under 15 Camille Gale blew past her competition with relative ease, ending the day with a total of 78 points, while Victor Ludorm under 15 Leandre Walker did his duty to Allen House, ending the day with a total of 58 points. After yet another fiery day of athleticism, one can only imagine what the final week of Knapsack 2014 will hold. This has been Shaka Mears reporting for Nation News.
West Indies bowlers held their nerve to ensure the regional side drew first blood in the one-day international series against England. The boys in maroon restricted England to 254 for 6 in response to their 269 for 6 at the Sir Vivian Richards Cricket Ground in Antigua. Captain Dwayne Bravo top scored with 87 not out, while Lendo Simmons and Darren Sammy contributed valuable half-centuries. England opener Michael Lum scored 106. Sunil Narayan took 2 scalps, while Ravi Rampal, Dwayne Smith, Darren Sammy and Dwayne Bravo took 1 each. The two sides will face each other again on Sunday. Still in Antigua, he thrilled many a spectator with his powerful and explosive batting. But on Wednesday night, legendary former West Indies captain Sir Vivian Richards was the one being thrilled after a statue of himself was unveiled outside the main pavilion of the ground which bears his name at North Sound in Antigua. At a ceremony which was attended by fellow cricket greats Sir Wesley Hall, Sir Ian Botham, Clive Lloyd, Andy Roberts, Curtly Ambrose and Richie Richardson, Sir Vivian could not contain his excitement.
It is a great feeling, and I'm rather privileged to be in this position, and especially what's going to happen on Friday as well. Andy, Richie and Curtly being knighted. These are guys I would have played with, and to see all this stuff happening and unfold amongst us, in our time, I'm very grateful to be in this position and to see what's happening to them as well. I'm over the moon for what would have happened to them and where their careers would have gone also.
Sports was brought to you by We vs. Them, West Indies vs. England series. And that's Nation News for Friday, February 28th. I'm Natasha Beckles. Do enjoy your weekend.